Hey, what's good, Game of Thrones fans? This is the Conqueror crew, and today we're going to be talking about Season 7 spoilers. So here's your warning: if you don't want to know anything or any speculation have to do with Season 7, don't watch the video. Alright, look, Game of Thrones may be one of the most highly speculated and pirated shows in history. They also, like most shows, try to do everything in their power to keep any spoilers from being leaked. And we all know that doesn't always happen, especially with these crazies out here. Got folks with these super cameras, flying drones overhead. I bet you got people hiding in bushes just trying to get any kind of shot that they can so that they can leak it. Well, we've got a major spoiler to talk about. There was a huge leak, apparently. It leaked out on Reddit. And supposedly the entire plot for Season 7 has been leaked. Now, we want to talk about the things that happened in this plot leak, but there are a few things to consider before we do. First of all, this happened twice for Season 6, okay? The first plot leak for Season 6 was really early on in filming and turned out to be nothing more than well-written fan fiction. The second leak, however, turned out to be pretty spot on what was actually going to happen in Season 6. And that leak, the one that was right, much like this leak, was deleted off Reddit not too long after it had been posted, which makes you question the validity. You know, like, did he get in trouble? Did the person posted get in trouble? Like, yo, you're onto something there, you got to take that down. So we're not really sure, not sure about that. And to add to the speculation fires and fuel that up even more, the actress Natalie, who plays Missandei, tweeted out that same day, the leak come out, that how disappointed she was that people were trying to spoil the show. I know that doesn't confirm it, and that doesn't make the leak, legit or not, but it does, seem suspect if you ask me. Anyway, with all that being said, we're going to talk about a couple of the plot leaks that really caught our eye, and I guess break them down a little bit more and see what we think could actually happen.
The first thing to talk about is, what will Dany do? Okay, the post says that Dany will land at Dragonstone, and she will send out ravens to all the lords, wanting them to come and talk about either surrender or alliances. Much like her great, you get the point, grandfather, Aegon the Conqueror, did back when he first conquered the Seven Kingdoms. Now, does this seem likely? Yeah, could be possible. I mean, it doesn't take a whole lot to guess this, so this could be a very good guess. Or it also could be just, again, fan fiction made up. But it seems possible and seems very likely. Although I think a lot of people kind of thought that maybe she would land in Dorne. But Dragonstone does seem like a very likely thing. So we'll give this, possible. Now, Jon and Davos will go to Dragonstone to talk with Dany, with the ulterior motive to get some dragon glass from Dragonstone. We all know that there's a lot of dragon glass at Dragonstone, and it's very effective against White Walkers. So they're going to go there under that pretense, and when they get there, they try to explain to Dany about the White Walker threat, but she's not convinced. She doesn't believe him. So what this does is it sets Jon on a journey, which will probably take, of course, over a couple episodes, where he wants to go and capture a white. And he wants to bring it back so he can prove to Dany and the other lords of the White Walker threat. Now, this seems very possible just for the simple fact that the story needs to shift to the White Walkers. The North are the only people who have seen it or even are worried about this threat, and they need to convince the other kingdoms to come into the fold to prevent this huge disaster that's on their way. So this seems very likely. Also, again, kind of one of those things that you can sort of kind of predict a little bit. So we're going to give this also a possible happening here. But again, it could still just be a really good fan fiction. Now, this is when things get a little crazy and a little harder for someone to really predict. Okay, Jon will lead an expedition to capture a white. In the process of this, they will run into the Night's King, and they will be surrounded and literally will look like they are going to be doomed. Dany will ride in with her dragons and will save them. Unfortunately, Jon will be left behind, and they will also manage to kill one of her dragons, one of the smaller ones. Then, the Night's King will raise that dragon back up and use it as his mount. Now, Jon will be rescued by Uncle Benjen, and the Night's King in the final episode will use the new raised dragon mount, which will blow blue flames, by the way, will knock down the wall, and that's how the season will end. Now, I think many people have predicted that the wall will come down at some finale. Now, I think we thought it might happen last year. It didn't. Seems very likely that it could happen in season 7, but not in this fashion. This is insane. Now, all these details are very specific. This actually could be leaked plot.
Now, there's some smaller details in this plot leak that we didn't cover in this video. I think we're going to save that and do the smaller points in another video, probably next week. It'll probably be Wednesday. So, make sure to come back for that one. I'm curious what you guys think about this. It sounds pretty freaking awesome if it happens this way or not. But I don't know if that's just because I'm just so excited to see what happens in season 7. To be quite honest with you, regardless if this is true or not, season 7 is going to be legit. It's going to be awesome. Dany's there with the dragons, all the armies. I mean, everything's going to be popping off, and I can't wait. However they decide to tell the story, I'm going to be watching it, and I'm going to be pumped up for it. But I am curious. Do you think this could actually happen? Do you think this is true? Man, does it just tick you off that people's out there trying to ruin, the season for you? What are your thoughts? Again, like this video if you like the video. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And until next time, guys, we're out.